With my Republican colleagues, you may win this vote, and Amy Coney Barrett may become the next Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. But you will never, never get your credibility back. And the next time the American people give Democrats a majority in this chamber, you will have forfeited the right to tell us how to run that majority.
You know, I love watching stuff like this. This is like, I need some popcorn.
No.
No, I'll tell you why. It's great.
Yeah.
You're going to, every word that Mitch McConnell just said.
Yeah.
Every single word. And if Democrats have half a brain, and if they're not wimps, they will actually lift that speech word for word and use it when they expand the court to 11 or 12 justices. Because what Mitch McConnell said, he's right. They have the constitutional right to do this.
Sure.
Democrats shouldn't whine. They should have won the last election. Hey, Mitch McConnell, he has a constitutional right to lie through his teeth and lie to his voters. Lindsey Graham, it's maddening, but Lindsey has a constitutional right to lie through his teeth to the people of South Carolina, as he's just done repeatedly, time and time again. But here's the deal. What is true for Republicans is true for Democrats. And as Mitch McConnell said, this doesn't violate the rules of the Senate, because, of course, he makes the rules of the Senate, and it doesn't violate the Constitution of the United States. Neither does expanding the Supreme Court to 11 or 12 justices. That doesn't violate the Constitution. And again, everything Mitch said will apply to that next year in the Judiciary Reform Act of 2021. And it's so radical. It is so radical. Nobody in American history has done this except for, wait for it, George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Andrew Jackson, Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, my goodness.
Republicans after Abraham Lincoln died, Ulysses Grant. You know why they did that? Because the Constitution allowed them to do that. So, you already have some anti-Trumpers whining right now about, oh, this would be the worst thing, starting their whining. Just listen to what Mitch said, because you're going to hear it again in 2021, and the Democrats are going to expand the court unless they just want to be run over the way they were run over the past 2 years, with Mitch McConnell changing the rules of the Senate time and time again. So, but that's up to the Democrats. I don't know if they're strong enough to do it or not, but I'll tell you what, Republicans would do it.
Yeah, they have.
If Harry Reid had done this to them, to shove two liberals down their throats and lied through their teeth to do it both times, I can just tell you, you know what, I'm a former Republican, but I know how Republicans think. We would do it in a second, and we would use Mitch McConnell's words against him. And there wouldn't be a thing that they could do about it, and I'll tell you why. Because the American people have seen how disgusting Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham have been over the past several years, how they've lied to the American people, how they've made up new rules, how they've then broken those rules, how they've done everything possible to get this 6-3 advantage. And guess what? Guess what, Democrats? That's their constitutional right. They have the constitutional right to do that. And Democrats, you have the constitutional right to add a couple more justices next year.
All right.
We'll see how that goes.